disc gauge. Oh no, that'll mean scores are in this folder. Down, easy to turn.
Ooh, wait.
Turn the score back on.
Which chairs are our chairs? Here?
We can get you more chairs, but yeah.
This
are cool because they're kind of tall.
This guy was on the like Saints for
And anything else? If you want to use these, there's like extra things for like timeout, halftime. Like if there's a call, it takes forever. Score.
Oh, I thought this was the call sheet. This is the varsity boys soccer.
That's Max Burger sheet.
I think he's related.
Sylvester Gross Hamburger? No. I don't think so.
How do you know Sylvester?
I actually have never talked to him. I just really like his name.
It's just a little controller of its own screen.
Like, I haven't heard that name in a while.
You go to elementary school or something?
Yes, and I know. I was in the sister's elementary school class for 4 years. She played frisbee for a season.
So.
Oh, that's really.
And so does Sylvester.
Oh my god.
Did you not know that?
No, that's awesome. I love Sylvester Gross Hamburger.
And he did
pretty
on
much
computer.
all you have to worry about now since it's already set to.
I've seen him.
Oh yeah, he used to ride a scooter past our house all the time.
Yeah.
Oh, and he was in my marine bio class. Yeah.
Oh right,
Maybe
that's
I have
your
talked to
actually.
Sylvester.
So having seen him, I'm not surprised he can computer.
If it's wrong, you can hit
Thanks.
R and
You guys are different
zero
types,
set
different
takes it back to
archetypes.
the original time. Actually, you can change it because it's set to an hour,
Where's the sheet with all the names on it?
100 minutes.
I think we don't have it printed. We just have it on computer.
Okay.
Oh, apparently, Mama says I can hear your preparation chatter on the stream.
11
Hot mic.
Yes.
Uh-oh, hot mic.
Hot mic.
It is a hot mic.
It's okay. We're only talking about Sylvester Gross Hamburger.
Okay.
Oh, if only he was
Mic
watching.
is off.
Okay.
Mic
Now we
is
can
now
say all
off.
the evil things
Okay.
we're
No, it's
planning
on.
to say.
Oh.
Hate everyone.
Oh God. Hello and welcome to the 2025 BX Dis Northwest State Semifinals #1. I'm Mira Schneeweiss-Loren, and I'm here with
Nora Luloff.
And it feels so good to be back. All right, today for this matchup, we have Cleveland versus Lincoln. Lincoln in white, Cleveland in black. We're getting started right away. Lincoln pulling to Cleveland, and they're coming down in a zone. All right, it's a pretty windy and wet day today, so we're going to see some sloppy frisbee and a lot of zone, and it'll be interesting.
Yeah, we were talking to the coaches before the game, and they both talked a lot about wanting to play zone and really take advantage of the conditions. And I really think that the team that does a better job taking advantage of the wind and rain and embracing it is probably going to come out on top.
It's all about adaptability.
True
that. All right, we've got 3 handlers back, maybe even 5 for Cleveland. Ooh, lots. All right, looking at Jonah. Great patience here from Cleveland. Ooh, into the middle. Zach to Jonah. Swinging to Fong. A little bit of contact, but everyone's all right. It's looking like just a 3-person flying V cup. They have their short deep sagged pretty far into the middle or into the handler set.
This Lincoln Cup is doing a really great job. Probably going to look to try and gain yards to the more open side, but every time they get there, they end up having to lose so many yards when they're trying to change direction.
Yeah, if you look, we're so much farther back, closer to their end zone than they were a couple passes ago. They're doing exactly what they want to do with the zone. Some yards there, up to August. You got Jason going deep. He doesn't hit it. Unfortunate miscue there for Cleveland. This is giving Lincoln the chance to start the game off with a break. For those who don't know, a break is when the team that started on defense scores instead of the team that started on O. Ooh, great D there for August, getting that back.
Bit of a miscommunication between August and the other Cleveland receiver. I think maybe if they just talked about it, they would have been able to figure out who could have gone and collected the disc.
Yeah, they looked pretty disappointed, but unfortunately you can't really call a foul on your own teammate. Nice little inside there. Sam dumping back. Ooh. And like I said, those conditions will get you. The disc is so wet. You got to watch everything in your hand. Disc is back with Cleveland. And they set back up in their zone. Jonah on the sideline. Good patience here again. A little bit of a double team going on, but if they don't call it, then what can you do?
Cleveland's cutters are having a really hard time connecting with the handlers and getting through that middle wall. I feel like the cup, they're double teaming, which is helping them, but they're doing a really good job separating the cutters from the handlers. Jonah's pretty isolated a lot of the time, except for Makoa.
Yeah, I think honestly, if the cutters utilized a little bit of more vertical movement, there's some spaces they can find. But the handlers are doing a really great job of finding the holes they can and looking to their open handlers. Fong on the sideline. Zach looking for Makoa. It's a very long first point. Ooh, over the top, we got August with the disc. Into the end zone for #1 Logan, and that is a Cleveland score, 1-0.
Cleveland's offense did a really good job being patient on that point. I know they had, when they were in zone O, I know they had that turn earlier, but they weren't really making any execution errors from rushing too much. They were just playing their game and finding the open person.
Yeah, and honestly, both teams, I think, did what they needed to do there. Like, the point of the zone is not to always get a D and get a break. It's just to make the other team tired, make them take as many throws as you possibly can. And this is only a 100-minute game, and there's a lot of work you have to do when you're in zone. So they tired them out, and though they may not have gotten the break, it was still very successful zone throw for them.
Yeah. It takes a lot of consistency to play Zone O successfully throughout an entire game. So even though, like, Cleveland got that first hold, trying to keep up that level of consistency throughout the game is really difficult.
These two teams have only played once before, and that was at Seattle Boys Invites. They did not play during the regular season. That was not a super close game. I think Lincoln won 13-5.
Yeah.
But we talked to both coaches, and they're hungry for more.
Yeah, I also think Seattle Invites definitely a tournament that benefits teams with a deeper roster. I think Lincoln has a bigger roster, and
we got Jaden picking up into a vert stack. Gavin off the front. It's a little bit floaty, and Owen comes and grabs it. Ben to Kai. Picked up there by Oliver Iannotti. Kai Kameda with the disc. Honestly, Lincoln's looking a little frantic in their end zone. They're losing the cleanliness of the stack, and kind of just everyone's cutting. Nice grab. Ben Silvers with the disc again. Travel call. Ben.
Lincoln's lost a lot of yards this end zone set. They were all the way up by the red zone, and now
Yeah.
but they've gained some back.
Ooh,
What a
wow.
grab.
Wow, that was quite phenomenal. I do not think that was the intended receiver, but it really doesn't matter. Wow, that's number 29, Aaron Lewis, with a crazy layout. Props to him. Wow, that's exciting. That's what I like to see. Score is now 1-1, even. One interesting thing about this game is there's only one freshman on the entire field, and he goes to Lincoln. It's going to be an interesting year next year. We got Cleveland graduating 12 seniors, so that's the whole roster. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Didn't mean to say that. Just 7 seniors on Lincoln. Yeah. Hopefully we see a lot of the younger players stepping up in this game and getting ready for more to come.
Yeah, I feel like it feels like there's been a lot of turnover in terms of who the top level BX players are in Washington this year, but I think it's pretty interesting that 3 of the 4 semifinalists this year are just the same as last year.
Yeah.
The difference being Lincoln being here instead of Garfield, who took home the dub last year. Shout out
Let's
Garfield.
go Dogs!
Let's go Dogs. Me and Mira both go to Garfield. Or Mira went to Garfield.
I'm in college now. Thank you very much.
Sure.
Shout out Garfield always, though. Yeah, if you're looking at, like, this year compared to last year, you think about all the big names that are gone, but there's always somebody that's going to step up and just, like, fill in the spot that they need to.
Mako with the disc.
One thing that Lincoln noted about Cleveland is the fast handler movement. They're really looking to shut that down. Woohoo! Nice grab there by Fong.
The observer ruled that catch Fong's grab out, so it looks like Lincoln's going to get the disc in their red zone with about 15 yards to go.
That is unfortunate. I've played on this field, and the thick white line is tricky. Subtle flex, I played on this field. I wasn't even trying to do that, I promise. Great swing right away.
We've only lost on this field, so.
All right. Finn. Oh. Coming in a little too hot for the Lincoln player. Jonah's going to pick it up right away.
I think something we'll see throughout this game is all Jonah wants to do on a turn is pick it up and hook it.
It usually works.
I mean, like, and I don't blame him.
No.
It's a great strategy.
Zach. To Jason. Nice grab, Makoa. to Jonah. And like we said before, they're just not connecting super easily with the cutters. I think they're either too deep or too close, but I'm sure as the game goes on, they'll figure it out a little more.
Yeah, I don't know if it was a coaching adjustment, but you can see this Lincoln middle wall is super close to the throwers, and Cleveland just took advantage of that threw over them. But I think generally in rainier games in worse conditions, it can be really helpful to push the middle wall in because those over-the-top throws are so much harder.
Little miscommunication there. I do want to say, I mean, it's only the third point, but Lincoln still hasn't figured out that they need to shut down August. They're just going to put it over the top to August every time if they can.
He's quite tall and good at Frisbee.
Ooh. Again, the weather. Jonah wants to huck it.
I really thought that was going up.
Nice little dishies going on. Into the end zone for a Cleveland score. That's Jonah to Fong.
Jonah did a great job just fast breaking and not letting Lincoln set up their end zone or their zone. I think he went every other, just driving towards the far sideline and then finding an open look.
It's now 2-1 Cleveland. And I'm sorry if we get any names wrong. Some people have like raincoats on or other people's jerseys. I think I called somebody Sam earlier. It's just not Sam. We'll get there eventually, though. It's just not Sam. Let's see. Do you have any more information we'd like to share? Oh, let's get some Worlds tryouts shout-outs. Shout-out to everyone who applied. It's a very scary process. I've been there. And big congratulations to all the Seattle players and everyone else who got that tryout. On Cleveland, we got Noah Mala and Jonah Yang. Lincoln, we got Bridge Barrington and Owen Mertz. And plenty of Lincoln girls, too. We got Lou, Jaco, Yuli, former Lincoln, Juliet Beckton. It's just these programs are so strong.
So strong. Yeah, Jonah's a returner, so he made the team last cycle, so
It's a pretty famous story. He made the team when he didn't even play at tryouts because he was injured. All right, we're gonna have. Is that Noah? Rolled out. That's all right. It's a little wet.
I gotta say, I'm kind of surprised this observer hasn't called offsides yet because I think every pull has been like 3 yards past the end zone line.
Let him have fun. A side stack? It seems like they don't know. Yeah, side stack. We've got Oliver Iannotti, ISO'd in the front. They're sending Ben deep, Mertz under. Just a little too hot again. It's hard to tailor your throws to the wind right away. Yuki. Oh! Wow. Not wasting any stats. Crazy loud there for Mertz. He's going to pick it up on the end zone line. Oh, my God. Lockdown defense by Makoa. Ooh. Nice little inside. Oh, God. It's slippery out there.
Another miscue.
Yeah, like I was saying, their end zone's looking a little frantic. I think they just got to trust their systems a little bit more. Ellis to Makoa. Noah under. Uh-oh, they need a handler back. Ooh. Nice grab there. Yuki to Makoa. They got like 4 people going. Noah on the sideline. Fakes Makoa up line. Ooh, nice D there. That's Kai Sherman. And the same thing is happening to both teams with their ooh, big forehand there. Doesn't go quite where it was supposed to. What was I saying? Oh, they're both teams' vertical stacks are having a little bit of trouble staying stackified. That's not the word I'm looking for. After the first couple cuts, like they send those first 2 or 3 under, and then after that they've lost their stack integrity. Ooh. Pulled down by another D. Stat pad. All right, we got Kai on the sideline. Looking up line for Case. Oh, I like that outside in, and that is a Lincoln score.
I think you could really see the wind having an impact on that point.
Mm-hmm.
That last throw really popped up because you can see, I don't know if you can see it on the camera, but the
Windsock?
windsock is showing which direction the wind is blowing. So right now the wind is blowing from the right side of your screen to the left. So Cleveland's going upwind. When you're throwing upwind, that throw really pops up. And on the other side, when Owen threw that huck, he's throwing downwind, and the wind really pushed it down. The disc goes really fast, and it falls really quickly when you're going downwind.
It's hard. It's hard if you don't think about the wind when you're throwing, but it's also hard if you do think about the wind too hard when you're throwing, and then you just psych yourself out. So
I think the moral of the story is that the wind is hard.
So what I'm trying to get at here, some mind-blowing information. Let's see. We asked the coaches before the game about their season-long goals. Cleveland, they said similar things. Cleveland said they specifically came up with the idea that this Cleveland team that's in states right now, at the end of the season, should bagel the team from the start of the season. There should be no competition. They should be 6 million times better. Lincoln said a similar thing, like it's just all about growth, trusting the process, and peaking at states. Hopefully we can see that. And these have been some really long points, but it is good to see such close competition. Nice pull there by Finn. Ooh. Oh my god. Crazy hang time. Makoa to Zach. Jonah with the disc. And it's the zone again, that flying V. It's on the sideline. Oh, beautiful shot there by Jonah. Nice grab. That is picture perfect. And that's 3-2 Cleveland. With the celly too. Yes. Aw. And they're all doing it. That's one of the cutest things I've ever seen in my whole life.
That was a great same third huck. I feel like those throws can generally be really hard. It's hard to put the disc exactly in a place where your receiver can easily make a play on it. And Jonah just did a great job shaping the disc so that it went right to August.
Yeah, especially the timing, because once, like you said, you're going downwind, he waited a second before he threw it, and August's cut was very developed at that point, and it all came together perfectly. We do have observers this game, which is why everyone's getting to the line so quickly. It's good to see.
No, Cleveland's not quite ready yet.
They had to do the celly. Quick shout out to all my Seattle Sauce teammates out here. We got Bridge, we got Owen, we've got Makoa, we've got Ellis, Jaden. Sorry, Jaden. It's so great to see all my friends succeeding. Noah's gonna pull for Cleveland. Have you watched much of these teams this season, Nor?
A bit of each. I watched both of their games against Garfield, which were both pretty lopsided, unfortunately. I think Lincoln won 13-1 and Cleveland won 13-3.
Yeah.
And I think I watched them both play a little bit at Seattle Invite.
Any major takeaways?
I'd say this Lincoln team really does like to play through their depth. They run like a pretty strict O and D line, which I feel like is usually pretty uncommon in high school.
Yeah.
Oftentimes teams like to run through their star players, but Lincoln just puts a lot of trust in those lines and that their D line's going to convert and that their O line's going to hold. And I think that chemistry has really benefited them throughout the season.
Yeah. Little floaty. Ooh, saved there by Oliver. Nice grab again. Into the end zone.
I think it's coming. Is it coming? No. It was nowhere
Sailed
near
out of
coming
bounds.
back in.
I bet y'all can see the leaves that are just rolling down the field. This wind is real rough today. It was not this bad when we got here. I wasn't expecting this.
Yeah, it looks like the rain has mostly died down. I think the wind is really what's
Yeah.
been tricky for teams.
Got a vert stock here for Cleveland. Jonah's on the sideline. Was that a foot block or is that the wind? I think that was the wind.
I think it was the wind. Owen's picking up Lincoln, hoping to run maybe a bit calmer of an end zone than they have in the past.
ISOing Kai off the front. That is quite clean. There we go. It's 3-3.
I feel like that break side cut is, if you have a thrower who can break the mark, is pretty unbeatable when you're running end zone. Just run to the break side, let your handler throw it around. Goal.
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 Goal. Special shout out for Kai Kometa. We talked to the coaches before, and we asked if they had any specific players they had seen step up this season. They said that he's been putting in the work, and it's really showing out there on the field. Gonna see Finn pulling for Lincoln again.
Jonah's walking to the line. I feel like he's played all but 1 point.
It's probably the case.
Probably the case. He might have pulled a me and Mira and just walked to the line before the game got called.
The good old days.
The good old days. Yeah, but like I was saying, on the flip side, I think Cleveland really likes to run through their star players and just let their star players cook. They have a lot of great depth throughout their roster, but their top-level talent is really impressive.
Yeah, especially in the handler set. Jonah was injured this season. Breaking news. We're getting info. What was the injury?
But did he just play through it? I feel like that's
yeah.
the typical Jonah method.
Another great pull there for Finn. Fong to Makoa. I like to see Fong watching the disc all the way into his hands. It could pop up at any point in this win, so you gotta be extra careful. Nice grab for Jonah. Ooh. Good hammer look, but the wind just takes it down.
I really like that Jonah's been playing a bit more of the field position game. I think when things feel really stagnant, he finds a look downfield he likes and just takes it. Because asking this Lincoln offense to work up, like the full 70, is just so much harder.
Yeah. See, like right away, first throw is going to pop up upwind. Oh, my God. I think everyone got a hand on that. Jonah picks it up right away.
I always think it's going up.
Nice grab, Makoa. Lincoln stays in their zone basically all the way into the end zone. Jason to Fong. Ooh. Just a little too low. Case with the disc. Nice upline to Trevin Liu. Not much of a stack at the moment. Good grab there. Jason picks it up, making sure no Lincoln player can get there. Jonah to Makoa. Okay, travel. Sorry.
I think this short deep in the Lincoln zone, number 12, Sam is doing a really good job staying connected with this cup. He's finding the gap between the second and third people in the cup and just clogging that hole, and it's making it super difficult for Cleveland to make their way down the middle, but they find space on the sideline.
Yeah, wow, this is fast.
August and Jason just dishing it all the way down.
Oh. A little bit of a call here. Jason saying he got his hand under it.
I don't think we had. Could you see? I really couldn't tell at all.
No, his whole body was blocking the disc, so I have no idea. That was some really great movement to get down there, though, for Cleveland.
The observer was right there, so the players will discuss what they think, and they can either... Jason could either accept the call, the Lincoln player could retract the call, they can agree to contest, or if either one of them wants to go to the observer, they can ask the observer for their perspective, and whatever the observer says happened is final. So it looks like they're going to the observer, and the observer rules down
All right.
So Lincoln will get to pick up the disc.
I think it's best to always go to the observer. I like observers.
I think on defense, going to the observer is always the right move because
Yeah.
you have so much more to gain.
Yeah.
But I don't know. On offense, sometimes if a call is contested,
There's that field game we were talking about. Case just putting it right away, hoping to get some yards. Ooh, good mark there by Finn.
nice grab by Makoa. The wind kind of got a piece of it.
Ooh, breaking the mark, but it pops up. Zach's there. Down the line with the wind. Again, it's just going to push it down. All right, we got Finn picking it up. Sam up line. Looking deep for Lou. Ooh.
Ooh.
August gets in there. Koa picking it up.
When you're going upwind, especially, it can be pretty dangerous to not catch your Ds because the wind really likes to pick the disc up and give it some extra air time. Jonah telling everyone to go.
Do it, do it, do it. Koa at the disc.
Makoa does such a great job moving the mark with his fakes.
Yeah, it's very effective. Jonah with the disc. He's going to put it. Yeah, that's a nice throw. Ooh. That was some good box out there from Campbell Harcourt.
Yeah, a lot of contact on the rundown, but both players okay with that.
It seemed like both of them were playing the
Yeah,
disc instead of playing each other, so that's what's really important. Sam to Case. Oh, some good D there by Fong.
Is he lefty?
Whoa, is that going to work? No. Jonah's going to pick up. Logan's going right away because he knows what Jonah wants. Ooh, incredible grab there for Zach. Is he okay? I think he just knocked the wind out of him. Gonna sub Noah Mala in. It's gonna stay a Cleveland ball though. Some hubbub in the crowd.
I want to know. I don't want to know what's happening. Oh, we have a cinematographer legend.
Oh my God,
Bill.
Bill as Elsinger spotted. Thank you for all you do.
I'm actually excited. He has a new angle. Usually he really likes to sit in the back of the end zone, but he's trying something new.
Big content coming after this game.
I'm excited.
Jonah with the disc. Play is resumed. We got Noah. It's over the top. It's just a little bit too far. I do appreciate that look though.
Yeah, no, I like it too. I think stall was getting high. The wind picked it up a bit, but I think generally the look is pretty solid, and now they have 20 years to set up their...
Sorry, I'm watching Coach Clay Dewey Valentine break his umbrella. Aw, poor guy. Anyways.
We'll keep you posted.
Nice grab for Campbell. Pretty physical on the mark there. Dumping to Kai. Pretty physical on the mark
Sometimes
again.
you gotta just put your mark into place. Give him a
Sometimes
little shoulder.
you gotta do this.
Whoa.
I don't really know what happened there, but anyways.
Cleveland has the disc.
That's all we know.
Jonah wants to put it.
Nice D there by the Lincoln Cup. A lot of yards.
Nice swing. Find August.
Big fakes. He's going to put it through. Ooh. Wow. That. I'm not an observer, but that was 100% up.
Really?
Yeah. He had his arm right under that.
I think he had his arm under it before, but
No!
it's a classic. The observer, everyone wants to start playing, but the observer has to, you have to wait for a defensive check before everyone can start moving.
I'll watch that back later. If the observer's usually right. There we go.
Anyways, Jonah gets it back anyways.
For
And
those
he's
who
picking
don't
it up
know-
and pointing deep.
For those who don't know, you can leave the field to get a D. You can see he kind of went out of bounds to get a hand on that disc, and that is in fact allowed. Fong to Noah. August.
August has been doing a great job being a release valve for this Cleveland offense through
Yeah.
the zone.
Swinging to Koa. Again, that short deep is just doing exactly what he needs to do. Oh,
That was
it's a great
out,
grab, but
unfortunately.
gonna have Case picking up. I coached Case when he was in like 6th grade, but I don't think he remembers me. Is there an injury? Oh yeah, Jonah's going out. He's limping a little bit. Might be his knee. We also have a Lincoln player taking this up. We got Mertz coming in. All right. Double sub? What just happened?
Oh, Case has the same cleats as me and Mira.
Aww.
Shout out.
Shout out. Those really are the best cleats. I have no idea what they're called, but everyone should buy them.
I'm a big fan.
Did they not just take a double sub? I'm so confused. Noah started cramping, I think. Double sub on both teams? Let's just take everyone out and try
Wholesale,
again.
wholesale.
Oh, yeah, what are we doing?
I don't know. This point has been long. It has to have been like over 10 minutes.
This is the same point?
Yes.
Wow.
Yeah. No.
I completely lost the plot. All right.
It's a Cleveland O point, but I think half of Lincoln's O line is out here at this point.
Oh, beautiful
Great
inside.
inside find.
And a beautiful catch. Owen looking for Campbell under.
That was.
How many times are we going to do this? What do you think about that one?
I think it was down.
I think it was down as well.
I think it skipped on the ground.
He
Did
got
you
his
see
hand
that?
under, but there was a skip. Don't think I didn't see the skip. We're sending it back. So they chose not to go to the observer and just send it right back to Owen. All right, the violation. Second time that's happened.
Everyone's excited. Everyone's ready. This pillar is gonna be the end of me.
Yeah, we have a huge purple pillar right in the middle of our view.
I'm right next to Mira, trying to see the field.
Campbell looking for a reset. Great D there by Jaden. Breaks the mark. Woo!
Great grab by Kai. That bid came in at a bit of a scary angle.
Yeah.
But
This is good effort by both teams. Ben with the disc. Back to Owen. Oh my god! That
what
was
a D!
the cleanest layout D I've ever seen. Oh,
And
that is
Finn
my,
immediately gets a hand
unfortunately
block.
that was my fault. Great D there by Fong. Great hand block there by Finn. It was all good.
Owen's picking up
Cutting off the front of the stack.
around to Finn.
Owen up line. Super tight D
Kai
here.
filling.
Super close to the end zone. And a little dishy to Kai for a Lincoln break.
Break. First break of the game.
That's important. That is important.
That is important. If you're Lincoln, you can throw. I don't know what you do. What do you do, Mira? You're going downwind. And if you don't get this break, then Cleveland gets an opportunity to break you back downwind. Are you like stacking your D line, or do you just you trust your D line as is?
I'm stacking my D line.
Yeah, I'm with you. I'm with you.
Unfortunately, Cleveland player Jaden is limping after the point. Hopefully he's all right. I like to see Bridge having a
Yep.
Did
Did we talk about Bridge yet?
Oh my God, have we talked about Bridge yet?
We're ready to talk about Bridge. Bridge fractured his foot. Do we know when?
Nobody knows. It's a
Nobody
mystery.
knows. Nobody knows. Mystery. Nobody knows when or where or why or how.
He has big things to say about it, though.
He has big things to say about it. Direct quote. Cleveland is lucky I'm not playing. He's not wrong. He's not wrong.
Yeah, Bridge is a phenomenal player, very impactful on the Lincoln team, and also a very confident young man.
Yeah. He's very accomplished. A lot of great traits. Great Frisbee player. Got that U20 tryout. I don't know if I'd put Humboldt on the list, but but he's great. He's great and he knows it, and I support that.
I went camping with Bridge this summer. He makes a good s'more. I'll give him that, too. All right. Is this a timeout?
I think so.
Yeah.
I assume that Cleveland called a timeout maybe to see if they could regroup, figure out some of their injuries, and so that they can go out there and get this upwind hold.
Yeah, it's looking like Jonah is still in the tent getting taped up, and Jaden has joined him there, unfortunately. Let's see. Let's look at this Lincoln D-line.
It looks more like
The
the regular D-line. I think that's Oliver out in the field who's been playing mostly but he might just be collecting their water bottles. Actually, I think that's what he's doing. I lied.
Very honorable.
So some of these people coming back, I'm pretty sure Campbell was on the last point and he is again, but I can't see their numbers.
Bridge claims he's trying to get better, but I just watched him demonstrate a full cutting pattern in the boot, running as fast as he can. There's no time for this. There's no time for this. Give a little shout out to the coaches. The Lincoln coaching squad is Max Ramstad in the yellow coat, Soma Yabuki in the big boots, and Ryan Shigley, who I don't think is here. I think he went back to Colorado. For Cleveland, we've got Amy Kawhi, Clay Dewey Valentine, Mitch Koltzak, and Zepp Ronig. Stacked on both sides.
Stacked coaching. Stacked coaching staff.
Wow, Finn has really figured out how to pull in this win. That was pretty phenomenal.
It's the first.
Whoa.
That's the first downwind pull we've seen all game, and I think it was pretty clear
That went a little
the
bit
difference that
far.
wind makes.
Makoa picking it up. Great hustle. Love to see it. And we have that zone we've been seeing all game. When I say flying V, it just means that there's a mark in the middle, and then there are two people in the cup on the left and right side that form a V shape. And they usually throw that to stop handler movement up into the lanes, which, Cleveland likes to do. They like that quick give and go, so that flying V really stops any forward or upline movement. Pretty strategical play there. Noah to Makoa. Oh, there we go. That's that movement I'm talking about.
Makoa just ran Cleveland like 30 yards down the field.
Yeah, he has the tendency to do that.
Wow, I like the double mark strategy.
Good concentration there by Lincoln. Nope, Cleveland. A great grab for Zach. Oh, pushed his mark right off. Oh my God.
He let us know. He caught it.
That was impressive. And the scuba over the top is exactly what I wanted to see there. Makoa looking for Noah. I think that both teams are playing pretty physical defense, but if both teams are doing it and they're both okay with it, then they're just that's how the game is going to play.
I don't know if Cleveland's super okay with these Lincoln marks right now.
Marks is different than downfield defense,
Okay,
in my opinion.
Yeah, I agree.
A physical mark is just a foul. Wow, they have managed to push Cleveland right back into their own end zone. Not a lot of options for a lot of yards.
Great find with the scuba.
You can't air. Oh, that was kind of nasty. Keen Chamberlain with the grab.
Okay, so that is going to miscue, but
Don't worry, Sam DeBrew's there. Is that in the end zone?
no, I think his knees were barely over the line.
I think that it's okay. It seemed there like Cleveland didn't know that like play had resumed because
Because of the out call?
yeah.
Yeah, when you're playing with the observers and the observer rules out, it's not a stoppage of play. It just means that you have to go back to the line
Right.
and tap the disc in because you can't throw a goal from the end zone.
Yeah.
So Lincoln getting that second break. I think in these upwind, downwind games, breaks often come in pairs. You often get one team starts on defense upwind, and the first team to break upwind often gets that downwind break.
Mhm.
We see Jonah going back to the line, so hopefully he's feeling a bit better. Can't tell if he's really walking at 100%, but
It is good to have him back in for this downwind point. He can put a big backhand huck up.
the windsock is so far away, but I feel like I've seen it start to blow a little bit more towards the far sideline, maybe a bit more of a crosswind than it has
Yeah.
been for like the start of the game.
Definitely.
I also think it's died down a little bit just by the leaves seem to be
Calm down.
calmed down a bit.
Yeah.
I played in a game once where the wind was so bad the leaves were like swirling above us over the
Magical.
field. It was like magic, but in like a tornado way, not in like a fun way.
Not in a whimsical and beautiful way. Yeah, I remember when I was like 10 years old, there was like 60 miles per hour wind, and me and my dad went out to try and throw at Jefferson. It's an absolute mess. This sport doesn't work particularly well in the wind. That's okay. Jonah picking it up. Makoa. Up to Fong. Good yardage there. Nice. Into the middle for August. The handlers are doing a really good job of getting behind. Ooh. I saw the vision, but so did the defense. Got right in there.
Trevin with the block.
What I was saying is that the handlers have kind of switched their approach on that point. Instead of like chiseling up, they moved behind the cup and found the holes, and I think that was pretty successful. Sam to Trevin under. Out of the hands of the Lincoln player. Jonah on the sideline. You notice that the Lincoln players at like certain points in the mark are putting their hands straight up so they don't hit that scuba or hammer over the top. That pass just came in a little too early. Finn to Case. Nice D. It's Jason for the block. We got Logan going and a nice little outside in backhand for a Cleveland score. That is 5-4.
Is half at 7 or 8?
I wish I knew the answer.
We don't know. We playing a 15 or 13?
I've done this so many
I
times
think-
and I never have the
I
answer.
swear last year was like 13 in semis and 15 in finals or something. Something silly.
That is so silly.
That is silly. Okay, we're checking. Quarters are to 13, but semis are to 15. So half will be at 8.
Like I said, 100-minute game. There are 3 timeouts total. 2 per half. Nope. 1 per half and a floater. Cool.
Cleveland's going to want to get this pair of breaks back first because they started on offense. So out of half, Lincoln's going to be on O.
Mm-hmm.
And if it kind of, in a way, it kind of gives you another break if you're up breaks and you started on D because you get to start on O when if you're taking half, you probably just scored. So you get to start on offense twice in a row.
Cheat code.
Cheat code.
Oh, what was I going to say? It doesn't matter. All right, we got Jonah pulling for Cleveland. Oh, what I was going to say, I was going to give Logan a shout-out. I think that he has had really great cut timing this game. He's ready for that fast break, and we've seen him in the end zone a bunch of times for Cleveland.
It's a huge upwind pull from Jonah.
Yeah, how did he manage that?
I don't know.
Good hustle there. Cleveland gets down there on D right away. We've got
That's
Owen picking up.
Jaden on the mark, so it looks like he's back too.
Oh, yeah.
Kai with the disc in the middle of the field. Or I should be more specific. Kai Sherman.
That's other Kai with the disc to Owen.
Other guys.
I'm sorry. Ooh, that's a nice outside in, but it's a little far, and a misread there for Lincoln. Fong picking up.
I like the Kai Kameda Jonah matchup.
Yeah. That's
It's gonna be fun.
smart move there by the coaches. Jonah. Ooh, he wants that inside, but the mark there is real tight.
Jaden's going.
Not a lot of options here. Got Gavin under. Swinging to Ellis. Hits Jaden. We have Harrison going.
I
Big
did
backhand.
not think that was gonna go up.
I knew it. Oh, just an
Oh.
absolute backpack there, and Harrison's going to call it. Wow. It unfortunately turned into a hospital pass when the wind picked it up.
What do you think about the call?
I think that's a good call.
I think I agree. You have the right to your own vertical space above you, but you need to jump in a way that you aren't like landing on top of another person.
When I say backpack, I meant that the Lincoln defense was on the player's back and in the vertical space over his vertical space. That means that's a foul.
Yeah. I think the Lincoln player will probably argue that the Cleveland player backed up into him and he had already established his
This is the conversation that happens every
his
time,
space
yeah.
is usually the argument. But yeah, to me that looked like a pretty clear foul, which I think if he hadn't fouled him, I think it still would have been a turn.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
But like the foul impacted his ability to make a play on the disc. So
It's hard when there's
they're going to the observer.
multiple players involved in one jump ball, because it's like you don't quite
Never
know who
mind.
fouled you, and it's like there's not really a solution.
It looks like they're agreeing to contest, so they're going to send it back.
Okay, nice grab, Jaden.
Or I actually couldn't tell if they agreed to contest or the observers ruled it as a contest, which is when the observers don't know what happened. That was my chair.
Right. All right, back with
Okay.
Jaden. They're probably going to look to get it off the line here and reset their stack. Or maybe they'll hook it again.
I thought Jaden was further up the field
I think he might have been.
by like past half. That's
Ooh,
a nice
how did he do
upline
that?
break throw.
Jonah to Jaden. Two people cutting the same place. Oh my god.
What a cut from
That
Jaden.
was pretty nasty. That's a really good matchup there, Jaden and Owen. Two really good handlers.
Oh.
Just came in a little below his breadbasket, and that's a turn for Cleveland. Kai Sherman. A little bit low.
Unfortunate. And Cleveland with a short field opportunity to get this upwind break back.
Yeah, this is good. Good placement for that turn for Cleveland. Shooting up line to Jaden. Multiple players coming. Ooh.
Oh. Jaden looks. I think he's taking an injury.
It did seem like he landed a little bit wonky after that jump.
I think he might just be
Might be
cramping.
cramping?
I think he's cramping.
Yeah, I think he is as well. The Lincoln player Kai Kameda picked off to get that. I think that was a good positional D there.
I agree. I think it can be hard to make that play safely when a player is coming up line and you have to attack that space. But I feel like it didn't feel very dangerous to me.
Yeah, he did that very cleanly. I'm going to have Owen picking up. The beautiful fall foliage is distracting me. All right, we've got Zach on the mark.
Sorry, it took me a second to process that you said that.
I was going to keep it inside my brain, but then I didn't. Looking under, and the wind is working against Lincoln at the moment. I mean, it's working against both teams, obviously. But
whoa, those leaves are racing.
We got to focus back up.
The fall foliage.
The fall foliage is too good. A little bit floaty. Ben gets in there. Good pressure.
Ella's trying to stop the roll. Oh, he's... There's no way there's not a hole in that disc right now.
Well, okay. Kai Sherman, he wants to put it deep. But Ben on the under. Oliver resetting to Owen. Kai took... Ooh, looking for Kai, but again, it's coming in too hot on a lot of these throws.
Jonah's picking up. He's on the high side, so I wouldn't be surprised if he just...
Nice grab for Fong. That was very clean layout for him. Pit call. It's resolved, though.
Yeah, the conditions might make for worse ultimate, but definitely fun plays.
Yeah.
I feel like we've seen like 20 bits.
All right, it's tapped back in. Jonah with the disc. Back to Fong. Not a lot of options at the moment. I would put it. Wow, there we go.
Kai collects.
Good positioning. A little bit floaty, a lot of bit floaty. Oh. Hope Gavin's all right. Oh, injury. Yeah, that looked painful. Gavin went up for the disc, and I think he might have gotten stepped on or he landed wrong. Just there's a bit of a pile there. Coach Amy Kawai coming to check on her player. All right, he's up. We're good. Noah Mala subbing in.
Jude, are you allowed to go back on if you take an injury sub for a point and then there's another injury?
Yes.
I was just curious because Jaden looks like he's mostly walking. I was wondering if they were going to bring him on, and then I realized it was the same point.
Same point. It's been the same point this whole game.
I think
it's
this
the
game
first
has
point of
been
the
1
game.
point. It's been uni since the beginning.
Yeah. All right. We are going to have Ben Silvers with the disc for Lincoln. Discussion with the observers about tapping it back in. All right, and play resumes. Owen. Beautiful round. Got Oliver. Their cutters are pretty deep at the moment.
Another nice round.
Ooh. Good focus there for Lincoln. Pit call. Downfield. Kai.
Nice inside to Owen.
There's a foul call. Yikes. It is getting to that, Fong is calling a push-off. I think I saw that. I don't think that's a bad call, but it is getting to the point in the game where, like, once one team starts calling stuff, the other team's going to start calling stuff. It might be getting a little chippy out there.
It seems like the conversations have been...
Yeah, there's nothing
chill.
wrong with calling stuff. There's just been a lot of calling stuff.
There have been a lot of calls. It does... slow the game down a lot, especially when you combine it with the amount of turns from the wind.
Mm-hmm.
How long has this point been? Is it longer than the last one?
Well, I guess we'll see. All right, it's resolved. Disc is still with Lincoln on their end zone line. Looking to capitalize here. Oh, it's getting chilly in this booth. Kai Sherman with the disc. Nice cut there, a little 7 cut for Ben. And that's into the end zone for Lincoln's score. 6-4 Lincoln. Yeah, I think when Lincoln decides to just run like one ISO cut to the break side, it's going to work in the end zone.
Yeah, I think end zone can be hard, especially when you have like an O-line filled with good players and everyone feels like, well, I could just win my matchup and get the goal. It can be really hard to be like, but I'm going to like step back and let somebody else do that and like trust that my teammates can run end zone without me. I know I like to be at the front of the stack.
I know. I know. I want to shout out Ben Silvers on Lincoln. He's just been super steady for them this game and making some super like decisive cuts that have been getting them a lot of yards.
This looks like a bit of a stacked line from Lincoln, which I'm a little surprised by. I don't think it's necessarily a bad call. I mean, I think this Cleveland, like, I guess I don't really want to say O-line because mostly the same players, but these like Cleveland players have been out for a while playing these really long points. I think you got to feel pretty good about your chances of getting a break and getting that 3 or maybe even 4 break advantage going into half.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
But like
I think that's a good point.
out here, I think Owen, Ben, and Kai Kameda, I think have all only played O-line the whole game. Kai Sherman has been crossing onto both lines.
Finn to pull again for Lincoln.
Have we talked about the captains yet?
No, go right ahead.
I think we've got maybe all 4. All 4 of Cleveland, but definitely all 3 Lincoln captains, and Owen, Finn, and Campbell are out this point. And then on Cleveland, we have... Is Ellis on?
Ellis is not on. That was a good effort there by Jason.
I think if Ellis had been on, it would have worked. Cleveland captains, we've got Ellis, Jaden, Jonah, and Makoa.
Ooh.
Finn collects.
Back to Finn. Oh, good pressure there by Koa. Wow, that was
It's a great find.
Pretty sneaky throw into the end zone. That is a Lincoln score.
I apologize for being skeptical of the Lincoln line calling. It was great.
Never make that mistake again.
I will never do that again.
It's kind of that point was a little bit sad. I watched the Cleveland player jump for the D, and it looked like his hands were all over it. And it's one of those moments where the disc kind of just phases through your hand, and you're really confused about it. He came down from the jump and looked at his hands like.
Is it timed half?
Like he thought he had it. Do we have timed half? I would assume so.
We might. I just saw Amy talking to the observers, so yeah, it looks like nobody's heading out to the line.
All right, it is a timed half. Got a little over 40 minutes left. 7-4 Lincoln. We're gonna take a quick break, and we'll be right back right before second half. Stay tuned.
7-4 on Cleveland, second half.
Really good spot for him. Nice grab.
We've got August as the deep because we know he's going to be taller than anyone on their team.
Over the top to Owen. Guess I could use last names. Owen with the disc. I honestly think that for a flying V, these wings in the cup are a little close. So
Yeah.
I don't think that they're taking away as much as they think they are. That is a perfect hammer over the top to Case Van Niel for a Lincoln score.
Is as windy as it was before, but I feel like the zone might have been a bit more effective at the very start of the game when it was still rainy. I think the wind was really picking up, and
yeah,
I think it would have been harder for Lincoln to deal with.
Space. Oh, that's a foul.
Oh, yeah. I think if that contact hadn't happened, who was that?
Jason?
Jason. I think Jason would have really had a solid play on the disc.
Yeah, especially because Campbell came from behind Jason. Some discussion with the observer.
What?
Great cut there by Noah and a great put, and there's just not much else to be done there.
The backends and lines on this field can be pretty confusing too. I don't think Noah knew that he was laying out from like 5 yards away. Or like I won 5 medals in this category. I started my own feminist club. Period.
Yeah, I think that for
Like offense need to get set 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and Mira's like, okay, come on guys, and then the observer holds both his hands up and goes, offense.
Woo! Nice D there by Jason.
We can tell the story later.
There's big things going on. At what time, you
2?
ask? Something like 2:30.
That would really
2.
2:30.
Whoa, where's it going?
Do the observers have their bean bags? Okay.
Nice.
I keep thinking the leaves are their bean bags.
For those who don't know, the observer drops a little beanbag where the disc goes out so that it's as accurate as possible.
It's so cute.
Scuba, and that's a Makoa snack right there. Sorry.
Cleveland on the end zone line looking to break.
Yuki
3
with the
yards
disc.
to go.
Ooh.
Owen coming through, getting it back.
Yeah, good poach D there. I think Cleveland just got a little antsy, and I think they could have pump faked that. But just chooses the dish. Owen.
I can't quite this game. I think this one is. No, it's not going out. It's in.
Good work. Double team is when you have 2 people within 10 yards of the disc. We'll see like what's going on right now with the Lincoln Cup. Fong into the middle. Good little toe there by Jonah. Oh my god.
I've been waiting for a Jonah hammer. The
Crossfield
whole
hammer.
game.
That is just stunning.
Beautiful.
Logan looking for a dump. Jonah on the end zone line. Another hammer. It's just a little bit too far.
I do think where the back of this end zone is super confusing.
It
You'd
is.
really think it'd be that back corner. And that, I don't think the, whatever they're called, the little blocks. What? Pylons, I think. It's a bit further back than where the actual line is.
Yeah.
The wind has just kind of toppled them all. Yeah. They're all down.
Finn McGregor picking up for Lincoln. Shooting it deep. Ooh, that's selling out. Good pressure there by Cleveland still. Gonna have Zach picking up.
Cleveland's starting to, if you're Cleveland, you've got to starting to look at the clock and worry about the time. There's a little under 13 minutes left. And the score is definitely close enough.
Yeah.
You have to start getting those breaks a bit quicker.
You just have to, in order to come back, they have to be very vigilant with the disc. Like, there's not a lot of mistakes you can make with only 13 minutes left. Like, they gotta value it, and, like, they're just kind of giving these possessions away, which was fine in the beginning of the game, but there's just not enough time for it at the moment. Case to Sam. Case. There you go, August. Getting in there.
Jonah tells him to go, and there's no way it doesn't go up.
Yeah.
It's a little short.
Oh.
Great layout D by Campbell.
He did knock it into August's hands. That was a little, gave him a bit of a chance, but that was a really good D. All right, Finn picking up again. Too high.
Oh.
Callahan.
No,
Nah.
it's
All right, we're gonna have Jonah Zach picking up.
and it looks like they're setting their zone.
That's interesting. Yeah, I think they're just trying to get as many bodies in the way of the end zone as they can.
No,
Just clog the area.
it's a great decision. I think it can be super hard to reset your zone
Nice grab.
so quickly, but they did a great job.
And Zach's into the end zone for Cleveland score, 9-6.
Oh,
Whoa, I've never seen
Oh.
a spike like that.
they're hyped. They're ready.
Yeah, I think that they learned from their past mistakes on that same point. Like, they were trying to play the long game in the end zone, which I tend to dislike. Like, the hammer in the end zone, I would say, like, why throw it 20 yards when you could just hit that little, like, 2-yard pass that they just hit for Zach for the score. Okay, looks like Cleveland is going to put on every single one of their players.
I think it'll work.
I have an idea. All right. Classic D-line in for Cleveland. Noah's going to pull. I'm wondering if Lincoln's going to try and run out the clock at all, call any timeouts. So I think they still have 2, just to stop any Cleveland momentum. I don't think that's a very honorable thing to do, but again, I'm not a coach.
Oh, what? Lincoln calling a double timeout? Sorry,
Anyone call it. Just I'm talking about running out the clock.
Oh, yeah. Why is that? Can you explain to me why that's like such a bad thing to do? Like, it just seems like it'd be...
It's a totally, like, that's a very...
Oh.
Oh, that's sad. Oh, that's worse. Yeah, the wind picked up as soon as they pulled that. Unfortunately, for Cleveland...
I think they're getting it. Lincoln's getting it with, like, 5 yards to go.
Yeah. I think they're going to set up a zone here, though. And like we said in the last point, just get as many bodies in the way as possible. Clog the space up. Nope, they're going person. They transitioned. Harrison on the mark. Kai with the disc. Right, good D there for Jaden. Looking for Kai around. Good pressure by Harrison. Flying
Great
Jonah.
attempt from Jonah.
Good focus for Kai. Nice little high release. Ben reels it in. Ooh. Noah calling a foul, maybe a bit of a push off. Everyone's all right.
Maybe some talk about what the stall is. I don't know. I can't even tell where the disc is. Oh.
He's hiding it.
Oh, it's holding it.
All right. Tapping it back in. Kai about 5 yards out. Hammer over the top. Out of the Lincoln player's hands. This is Cleveland's opportunity for a very big break. Fong picking up. The wind has calmed down a little bit since the pull. Jaden shooting it. That's huge. Let's see if Jason can come down with it. Ooh.
Great grab by Kai.
Yeah, that was really great D. Very clean as well. But it's over the top for Owen. Jonah's going to pick it up. Again, he wants it deep. They don't have a lot of time to spare.
Oh, stay with...
Noah tries to run it out. Oliver picking up. Kai with the disc. Oliver. Too high again. Jaden gets in there. Nice fake. Noah looking for Jason under. Now Harrison. It seems like the Lincoln defense is playing a little loose right now. Like, he's completely wide open along with Harrison as well. And that is a Cleveland break. That's 9-7.
Yeah. They did a great job coming back from that pull. I saw the pull.
Yeah, I forgot about that already.
Everything happened with the pull, and I was like, oh.
Yeah, I didn't.
It's over, but no, it isn't.
It's not over until it's over.
It's not over till it's over. Jude, are we playing with, is there a hard cap? It's only soft?
It's just to 100
And then +1. So, once these 6 minutes run up, Cleveland pretty much has to not get scored on. Again.
Yes.
So, Lincoln can get this one, but if Cleveland can get this downwind break, we're going to have a pretty close game.
They are pretty set right now. Like, this is where they want to be going downwind for this break opportunity. Going to have Jonah pulling. I do think that it is kind of a mindset game right now. Like, Lincoln knows that Cleveland has the power and has the potential and has the momentum at the moment, and I think they just want to, might be scaring Lincoln a little bit. I think they're making some kind of uncharacteristic decisions with the disc. Unfortunately, Jaden is not in for this point. He is looking a little ill on the sideline. Hope he's all right.
While we're waiting, something I realized this morning was that 3 of the 4 teams in semis, their colors are red.
What are we going to do about this?
Where's the
Oh,
purple?
that is interesting. Well, okay. Well, I actually hate purple, but where's the... Oh, my God. You know what I realized the other day? There's, like, no college or anything that uses pink. Why are no schools pink? I want to go to the pink school.
I don't know. Pink isn't cool. Pink is lame.
I don't know.
Pink is for girls.
I mean, let's change the subject. All right. Oh, ooh, a little roller pull. That's good. That's good for Cleveland. He has to take it in the back of the end zone. Good grab there by Oliver. Swinging to Kai. They came in down in a zone, that flying V. Just trying to stop them from getting as many yards as they can. That's kind of not what they did there. Ooh.
Whoa.
Some contact on that fake. I think Noah's saying no contest. Hey, what's going on here?
Don't know, but I don't think the marks are installing anyway, so.
Yeah, I don't know what the observer necessarily has to do here. All right, Kai with the disc. Nice little up line.
Looks like they've crossed Finn over to this
Woo.
O-line.
Ooh, that was some really great work there by the Cup to put all that pressure on the thrower. I think now Cleveland just has to stay as level-headed as they can and run their systems to get this goal here. Jonah with the disc. Faking off Makoa. Faking off Jason. He needs a handler back. He swings it to Noah. Ooh, nice little cut there from Makoa. Not looking to August. It's getting a little crowded. He puts it up and right into Jonah's hands. Okay, Oliver is trying to call a stall.
Was a pretty long stall. I'm not super surprised to see that call.
No, I agree. I don't think it was a stall, though.
I wasn't looking at the clock. But
I wasn't looking at the clock either. I just have a fantastic internal clock. They're going to discuss with the observers. It usually, like on stall calls like this, it's usually they just contest and go back because nobody ever agrees. Because the person who thinks they got the stall says, I said the T in 10, and then the person who got stalled says that you sped up on the last 8, 9, 10. It's just the same conversation over and over.
it is.
I don't think there's ever been a unique stall call conversation. Okay, Makoa wants the disc back because there's no time to waste. So if it's a contested stall, it's going to come in at 8.
Is it 8 saying 9, or do you say, yeah. So they'll come in at stall 8, which means 8 seconds have passed.
And he does the exact same throw, and it works again, but it's not in. He finds August. That is their 3rd break in a row? Second break in a row?
I think it's their second. I think
Yeah.
they broke upwind and then downwind again. So one more set of that, and they'll win the game. There's 90 seconds until soft cap is going to go off during this next point, which means at the end of this point that's about to happen, it'll be a game to the final score. So if Lincoln gets this hold, we'll be playing a game to 11. If Cleveland gets this break, it'll be universe. So
I'm
exciting stuff.
very impressed by Cleveland's resilience here. You know, like in the middle of the game, it was windy. They were down. The heads were hanging low, but they have such a strong brotherhood going on that they are able to lift each other back up. Like Coach Amy Kawhi said, like there's 12 seniors. Many of them have been playing together since middle school, playing together in club, playing together on the high school team. And it's just like they are such a tight-knit community, and that they're really here to do it for each other. And I think you can see that in the way that they trust each other and the way that they cheer after every point. Like it's kind of the little things and the spirit that can kind of brought them back into this game.
Yeah, I feel like this season has been a long time coming for Cleveland. Last year, they made it all the way to the finals, and they had well, I think we thought they had one senior, but they might not have had any seniors.
I think we delivered some false information last year, but
They might not have had any seniors, and I think we could tell last year that this was really going to be their year. I think they can feel it. I think they feel it right now. You can see they're getting really pumped up. And Lincoln's got to be able to withstand that energy.
Yeah, I think that
holds.
they have, Lincoln has multiple players sitting down on the sideline right now. If I'm a Lincoln player, I'm telling my teammates to get up and to start yelling because it's just as much of an energy game for Cleveland as it is for Lincoln. Like you can't let Cleveland be louder than you. That's some good teammate work. Now that they did exactly what they said. I think they heard me. They're getting up.
Yeah.
I think
Bridge is listening. He's relaying the information.
Spy. He's a spy. All right, we have Jonah pulling for Cleveland. He's just chopping it up with the observer. What's so funny? Let's see how this upwind pull goes. Of course, pretty good. Better than last time. All right, they're coming down. They're flying V again. Kai Sherman is picking up.
Lincoln's bringing Owen back, so now they're playing with 4 handlers back, which I don't know if they've been doing for the whole game. But
I am typically a little wiggle on that. I'm typically anti 4 handlers back, but we'll see if it works for them.
I feel like I'm pro 2 handlers and then 2 wings that are like very consistent.
I like that.
Back.
Oh,
so
good effort there by Jaden.
You have 3 or 4 people back, but
Kai Kameda, crossfield rip. I think it's heading out though. Wow, that was a really great effort.
I really like that look.
Yeah, I do too. I think that was pretty visionary. Threw it to the opposite end zone, opposite corner of the field. I think that Kai, or that's not Kai, I don't know who that is not feeling so well after that bid.
He hit the ground pretty hard.
Yeah.
Trying to keep his toes down.
All right, he's going to take a sub. He's looking a little frustrated with himself, but I think that he did all he could do, and that was a fantastic effort. All right.
For sure looks like Makoa's going to go pick up. We've got Finn on the mark. I think Finn's been crossing over the O-line a bit more these past few points. He played on D most of the game, but the game's gotten closer.
They need a steady handler like him to just keep the disc moving. I'm really impressed by Cleveland still has the legs. Like, they're still sprinting as hard as they can. I think that, like, when it comes down to the last points of the game, you just want to leave it all on the field, and I think that's what they're all doing.
Yeah.
I thought that looked up to me.
I think there's a question of whether he lost possession for a second after it was on the ground. I agree, though. I did think it was up, too. But I think that might be the conversation because it looked like his hands wiggled a bit.
His hands did wiggle, but I don't think he, like, lost possession. I think it just was loose, if that makes sense.
Yeah. No, I think he was holding it tightly and was more of, like, a wobble of him getting up.
Yeah.
Okay, enough about the wobble.
We got to keep talking about the wobble. Everyone wants to hear about it.
Okay,
Observer ruled it down. Jonah's not happy about that, but
that's a pretty big call. That was Cleveland's break opportunity to force Universe. Instead, Lincoln's getting it in their end zone.
They're sticking in the zone
to make it a 3-point game, or a 2-point game instead of Universe.
A little bit low. Nice grab, though.
Owen around to Kai. Back to Owen.
He wants the inside. Hey. Kai Sherman. Oh.
Bit of a miscue.
I think
Kai thought Finn was going more into that.
Finn came under. And Kai thought he was going a little deeper. So we're going to have Koa pick it up. Nonchalant pylon throw. Good effort there. Jonah rips it. The wind takes it. Hopefully that stays in.
What?
That's
Noah's sure it's going to be contested. I don't know what do you think about that, Kalmira?
I can see how Noah thinks that Kai hit his arm, but I have no perspective on it. It did kind of look like Noah had some fingers on it.
I think Noah had some fingers on it. I think
that doesn't mean
arguing he had possession, but it didn't look like he did to me.
No, it didn't look like he stopped rotation, but I can see I can see both sides. Anyways, disc is going back to Jonah. Kai is arguing. No, he's good. Never mind.
I think that I know Kai's trying to get the D, but I think if you're guarding Jonah, you miss and you
nice grab.
Letting him get that backhand hug off is just like.
I think that unless you're 100%
so
positive that you are getting that layout D, you don't go for it. Oh
I
no.
Unfortunate turf throw for Cleveland. Lincoln has it at about half field. Kai with the disc, upline to Owen.
They've transitioned a person, but not super cleanly. Or they're still in zone. No, they're still in zone. Okay.
Again with the double team.
The no-look backhand was pretty chill. I'm not gonna. Oh my! I think he knows he shouldn't have done that.
Yeah, that bid came really late.
Yeah, I don't think he meant to. All right, Kai, around to Owen. Way to break the mark. Ooh, it pops out. Whoa, whoa, whoa! He caught that. I think that
a little too quick movement.
Yeah, off the excitement of the catch, he just rushed it. That was a pretty phenomenal catch. It was confusing. I think somebody should put it deep. That's what I think.
I don't know. I feel like
nice grab.
I mean, yes.
It's a laser.
I think Jonah should put it deep.
Oh, but Noah's
It's
just
too
that
far
fast.
Out.
Did he catch that?
He's very clearly out. The observer called it out.
Yeah, I don't think that was a spike thinking that he caught it. I think it was an anger spike. That was a really phenomenal catch despite not being in. Hopefully Cleveland can keep it down here and we can push it to Universe. It could be very exciting.
I think if you're part of this Lincoln handler set, you're just pointing at someone to go deep. You don't want to give Cleveland this short upwind break opportunity.
I don't really know who Lincoln's throwers are. Like I feel like all of them could be taking more chances.
Unfortunate drop. I really like that look. Was that Oliver?
I think so.
I really like that look down the sideline. You gain a lot of yards.
Yeah, and outside in down the sideline is usually pretty effective. Jason. It's floaty. Jonah comes down with it. Koa up line. Whoa.
Huge bid, but can't quite keep it.
Finn's going right away, and Owen throws it. Can August get there? Ooh, I would call that.
I think there's going to be a call.
I think that August couldn't tell where the disc was coming in from, so he just tried to get any sort of hands on it, and it just kind of...
It looked to me like Finn might have had stopped rotation, too.
I didn't see that.
I thought he had it in his hands, and then August came through, but it looks like Finn's going to have the disc either way.
Okay, he's tapping it in. He's taking it up to the end zone line. Yeah. Lincoln had that advantage there. All of the Cleveland players were behind them. That's not game, though, is it? Oh, that is game.
It looks like it's game.
Oh, I am sorry.
Yeah, we've been lying to you the whole time. Jude Loren has been lying to you the entire time.
So that is the game. I wish we could have given y'all better intel and known the severity of the situation, but that was a really incredible showing from both teams. What a comeback for Cleveland, and way to stay level-headed for Lincoln. Both these teams deserve to be in this position, and congratulations to both. We'll see Lincoln moving on to state finals tomorrow. The game after this is Roosevelt versus Northwest School at 2.
At 2, maybe earlier, maybe later. Check Disc Northwest's Instagram. And then tomorrow, Lincoln will play the winner of that second semifinal here at 5 p.m., I think.
All right, what a great game. Thank you all for tuning in. Thank you to Disc Northwest. Thank you to all of our wonderful supporters. And watch the game after this. It's going to be just as exciting. Thank you, and have a great night.